Hi everyone, today I want to show you these two microphones I built myself. Really excited to share how they sound and how they were made. I made these with just two little cute guys. The one is Panasonic WM61A and the other is Primo EM258, which are very popular in DIY mics. I already have several mics. The one is Audio-Technica AT2035. I bought this not for making YouTube, but recording singing and playing guitar or keyboard. I can't remember exactly when I bought this, but it must have been around 10 years ago. This microphone sounds very good for me. Sounds great for someone like me who making YouTube videos as a hobby, not as a job, but it also picks up way too much noise, background noise. I'm a dentist. I'm running my own clinic in here, South Korea, so my room is always full of noise. Outside my window, I hear 2 or 3 different songs from the shop downstairs playing all day long. Behind me in the treatment room, scalers are running all day and suction is going on, and there's also noise coming from the machine room over there. So I try to use dynamic mics as well, but because of its low sensitivity, so even moving slightly off axis made the sound drop, which made it hard to use. I realized that the solution was to keep the microphone as close to my mouth as possible. So I also tried using one of these kind of cheap Chinese wireless lav mic, but its battery is suddenly dead even when I don't realize it, so I screwed up my video sometimes. So I gave up on using this kind of wireless lav mic that using batteries. I also bought this $15 Chinese headset mic from AliExpress. It sounds very good for me, but its self noise is a bit too higher, so I needed a better one, so I bought this. This is Audio-Technica M50X. It provided with a decent microphone capsule, as same as AT2020, legendary microphone, cheap condenser microphone, and this headphone are same as Audio-Technica M50X, so it was around $150, so it is quite affordable for me. I can get this headphone and this microphone at the same time, so finally I'm using this headset for my main setting. But I wonder if I made this mic myself, so I made this. So let's check about how they sound and how they were made. Before making this simpler version of the microphone, I first tried building one using a cheap mic preamp board. This little board converts 48-volt phantom power down to 3 to 5 volts plug-in power, so you can hook an electric mic capsule directly to an XLR connector. Some of these boards worked fine at first, but then they suddenly started producing loud noise and became completely unusable. So the quality varies a lot from board to board, so if you are thinking about using one, make sure it works perfectly before setting everything up. Honestly, these boards are almost completely unreliable. You might as well consider them junk. So instead of using that kind of junk board, I decided to go with this Rode VXLR Plus. It does the exact same thing. It converting 48 volt phantom power down to 3 to 5 volt plug-in power, but with far better reliability. So with this adapter, you can plug any video mic or lav mic with a 3.5 millimeter output directly into your audio interface. So if you already have that kind of mic, I highly recommend this. But if you plan to plug your DIY mic into your gear directly, maybe you don't need this kind of adapter. It's gonna be work perfectly. So I decided to remove the preamp and build a simpler version of the microphone by connecting it to the audio interface through the VXLR Plus. At first, I had soldered this little cute guy onto the shielded cable, making sure the polarity was correct. Back then, I didn't have any shielded cable made specially for audio, so I ended up using one meant for data. There's one thing you need to know. You should wrap the mic capsule entirely with shielding, but make sure not to touch the metal housing of the capsule. To insulate the mic capsule, I first covered it with heat shrink tubing. Next, I wrapped the mic capsule in EMI shielding tape, connected the tape to ground, and added another layer of heat shrink tubing. If you don't have EMI tape, regular aluminum foil should work fine as well. And I attached the 3.5mm TRS socket to the end of the cable. And remember to solder the shield wire together with the negative ground wire. That's how you can reduce noise. And I wrapped the TRS socket with EMI tape and cover again another heat shrink tubing. And I finished building the microphone and it looked very solid. And to hold it on my face, I cut up a wire coat hanger to make an earpiece and add the silicone tubing on top. And then I repeated the exactly same steps for the other microphone. And you can see me using 4 mics at the same time. I asked my dear friend ChatGPT to come up with some sentences for testing the microphones in English. And here they are. Okay, this is Panasonic WM61A sound. Let's see what ChatGPT gives me. What sentence? Okay. Mic test 1, 2, 3. Check, check, mic check. Bring me the pizza pronto. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers or what? Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. 피터 파이퍼는 pickled pepper 한 팩을 뽑았습니다. Okay, the next one is Primo EM258. Now I'm reading these sentences again. Mic test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Check, check. Mic check. Bring me the pizza pronto. Bring me the pizza pronto. Peter Piper picked a pack of Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Oh, this is so hard to say for me. 피터 파이퍼는 pickled pepper 한 팩을 뽑았습니다. 여러분, 이 소리는 어떻다고 생각하시나요? So, what do you think about the sound of Primo EM258? Alright. You have listened to both microphones, so what do you think? I think both microphones sounds very good, pretty decent, and both of them have very low self-noise. So I'm very satisfied with these two mics. I just made this for fun, but it was pretty good. But I think EM255 have more brighter sound, and I think it sounds clearer and more opened, higher and lower frequency. And also sensitivity is a bit better than WM61A, so I could keep my gain lower. So less ambient noise is picked up. Both microphones are omnidirectional, so they pick up a lot of background noise. However, if both microphones are positioned in the same distance from the mouse, higher sensitivity means it can improve the signal to noise ratio. So in that aspect, EM258 is slightly better than WM61A. There is no huge differences between these two microphone capsule, but I personally feel the EM258 is slightly better. So from now, I'm going to use EM258 rest of this video. It can be turned off, just flip this up. So now you can hear sound of EM258. Actually, this is my very first video in English I ever made, because my daughter does not like to study English. Maybe she hates study English, so I wanted to give her some motivation. And it also a huge challenge for me. Speaking English is much harder than making microphones or repairing something. Of course, ChatGPT helped me a lot, but as you can see, this video is not generated by AI. I could convert Korean video to English video with AI, but I didn't do that. I just wanted to do this by myself because I'm an analog guy. I prefer analog. As I told you, I'm just a dentist. I'm not a special person. I'm just an ordinary guy, just like you. I have no background in engineering or technology, but I just do this just for fun. I learn everything about DIY through YouTube. Every time I try to do this, always I feel I'm improving and learning something new and growing. What I want to say is, don't be afraid. Just give it a try. It will bring you much fun. So that's all I prepared for today. Thank you for enduring my awkward English. If you watch this until the end, I'd like to praise you as our patience master. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.